In this video, I'm going to show musicians how they can grow their fan base with email automation. All right. Now, I did a live stream last week where I showed you how to build your email list with a landing page. This video here is taking things one step further on. This is high level stuff. The stuff I'm going to teach you in this video, only 99% of musicians don't know what I'm going to teach you in this video. 1% do, the other 99% don't. This is next level stuff. So I'm going to teach you how to grow your fan base with email automation, guys. All right. So my name is Des. If you want to know who I am, my name is Des from the Music Marketing Academy. If you're looking to grow either you, your band, or your brand in this fast growing music industry, then you definitely come to the right place. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a short presentation first. Then in the middle, I'm going to take some questions if you have any questions. So if you have any questions about what I'm talking about regarding email marketing for your music and your band, ask away. I'll go back into the actual presentation again. And then at the very end, I'll take a few questions at the very end. So guys, thanks so much for actually coming to this live stream. I appreciate the 8 of you that are actually on here at the moment. So I appreciate that. Thank you. So let me just get rid of this branding. Let me whack up my comments here. Get my notes ready, and then share my screen with you guys. See if I can put myself on here. So guys, we're looking to grow your fan base with email automation. So this is what we're going to talk about today. First off, I would say if you haven't seen the very first video that I did, and I live streamed it last week, it's that video there. It's the one that's called Free One-Page Website. And if you're on YouTube, I've actually put a link below this video anyway. But this is part 2 of that video. Part 1 is the one that you see there on the screen, which is free one-page website for musicians. That's the first part. What I'm doing now is the second part. This second part here is next level stuff. So really stay tuned. So what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about why you need to build an email list if you're a musician. We're going to go into the tools that you need. I say tools, it's only really one tool that you need. Then we're going to say, what do you as a musician, what do you get out of the email list? That's the next thing we're going to talk about. And then after that, what do you do after they are on that list? All right. So we're going to go into why you need to build an email list, the tools that you need, what you need to do as a musician to get people onto that email list. And then secondly, what do you do after they are on that email list? And guys, if you have any questions while I'm talking, if you think of anything, leave them in the comments there. And halfway through this presentation, I'll go into answering those if you like. Right, so again, I'll just reiterate, this is part 1. This is part 2. Part 1 is on the screen there. So if you're interested in watching that video, it's called Free One-Page Website. So guys, what tools do you need for email automation? I personally use a tool called ConvertKit. All right, this is what I personally use, and I'm going to show you behind the scenes of mine later on. But you can use, well, I'd say at this point, you can use whichever email automation that you want to use. You don't have to use ConvertKit. The only reason why I've chosen this one is it's one that I personally use. This is the one I communicate with my fan base or my followers. And secondly, like I showed you last week, it gives you a landing page software where it allows you to build a landing page to collect names and email addresses, and then you can build up your email list there. And it's totally free to do that, guys. So that's why I'm suggesting that you use that. And if you basically use the link that's on the screen, if you go to the paid version, they basically pay me a small commission. So I'm just being upfront and transparent with you there. So it's called ConvertKit. I showed you that last week, how to build the landing page and collect names and email addresses. Today, I'm going to talk about automation, which is kind of the next step. This is the next level if you're interested in doing this. So ConvertKit. So what actually is ConvertKit? ConvertKit is basically email automation software. I know I showed you the landing page last week, but at essence, at its core, ConvertKit, like all the others, is basically email automation software. So as soon as somebody signs up to be on your email list, you can send them out emails automatically, no matter what the time is, no matter what the day, whether it's Christmas Day, whether it's New Year's Eve, or it's New Year's Day. It doesn't matter when they sign up. It's automatic. So, and they all get the same email, which I'm going to show you later on. So that's basically what ConvertKit is. And if you're interested in that, the link is at the bottom there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the ball rolling. We're going to show you how to sign up, which is really, really easy. I've put on there setup landing page. I did that last week, but I'll quickly go into why you need to set up a landing page if you haven't done that yet. And then we're going to talk about the automation process. All right. So let me just come out of this presentation just here. Go into basically what you get. So it's totally free. If you want to set up a landing page like I have done here, which is to my Twitter course. If you want to set something like that up with a video, and on the right hand side there, you can actually choose whether you just collect their emails or their first names and email. You can set up a page like this for totally free. It doesn't cost anything at all. You have a number of templates that you can use to do that. And again, this is still within the free plan here. But what I'm teaching you today is the automation side of it. And that is a paid plan. All right. Now, it's not just ConvertKit that does that. No matter which email software you go for, whether you go for this or MailChimp or whatever it is, whenever you start talking about automation, because they know how powerful it is, that's why they charge you for that part of it. All right. So if you wanted to go and try out what I'm saying here, you can sign up for free on this particular plan if you just want the landing pages and to send emails out. But if you want the automation side, which is what I'm going to teach you today, you'd need to go for the paid plan. All right. It's very, very easy. Once you click on the link that I showed you earlier, you literally just put in your name and your email address, and then you can literally start building a page like I just showed you. So this is the one that I have, and this is one I actually set up today. So what I will say, guys, whether you go on the description on Facebook or whether you go in the description on YouTube, if you want to download the cheat sheet of what I'm teaching you today and what I taught you last week, I'll leave the link to this particular page, is what I built today. All you need to do is you need to put your name and your email address in here, and I'll send you this PDF, which is the cheat sheet. And here I give you all the instructions of what I'm talking about today. So I recommend that you do that. If you want to take your music business to the next level, sign up there and I'll send you this PDF for free. And you can see it all in action because I'm using ConvertKit to deliver this PDF that I'm showing you here. All right, so it's really, really simple. As soon as you put your name and email address in there, you can literally start going through the software and we can start going through things. You've got a number of templates that you can choose from. There's an example here on the screen, but I'm going to show you a little bit more detail on my presentation, so don't worry, guys. So let's go back to the presentation. Right, so why is email automation so powerful? Why is it powerful? Why, as a musician, you're on social media, why do you need to build an email list? The reason why, guys, is, and I spoke about this last week, what you're doing in essence is you're separating your followers on social media, whether you've got 50 people, 500 people, 5,000 people, you're separating that collection of people into a separate list. The guys that held their hands up and said, guys, I'm interested in what you do. I'm so interested in what you do. I want to find out more. What you're doing as a musician is you're separating them from your followers, all right? Because the vast majority of you guys don't actually know who your fans are. And it's really important that you identify who they are pretty quickly, because once you identify who your fans are and you have them in a completely, totally separate list from your followers, you can then start treating them differently. You can start building a relationship with them, which is something that's really, really difficult to do if you just do that on social media. I'm telling you now, it's extremely hard for them to get to know you as a musician. It's extremely hard for them to get to know you as a band if you don't separate them from your followers. And that's why it's so powerful. So I've put a little icon here. So that's the email automation side. So you'll basically collect names and email addresses, and these people here will actually sign up to be on that email list. And the reason why it's so powerful, and I put the sign up there, why is this so powerful, is it works 24/7, 365 days of the year. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't just wake up one morning and say, I can't be bothered to send that today. It works all the time, every time. Whether you go to sleep at night, somebody lands on your profile, sees the little link and clicks on it, and they want to fill in their name and email address so they can get some info, This works 24/7, and that's why it's so powerful. And this is kind of like I said to you before at the beginning of the presentation. If you want to take your music marketing to the next level, I'm not just on about building an email list. I'm on about actually automating it. If you want to take it to that next level, you do need to do this. Whether you use ConvertKit, whether you use MailChimp, whether you use Aweber, it doesn't matter which software you use. You do need to start doing this if you want to take things to the next level. It's the only way, not the only way, but it's the main way that you can actually start building a relationship with these guys. All right. So what I'm going to show you today is I come from an e-commerce background, and I've started helping musicians now. And what we do in e-commerce is we set up what we call a welcome email sequence. So what you're doing is you're writing 7 emails that will go out over 14 days, and it allows you to build a relationship with your fans. All right, this is something you can't do with social media. What I'm going to show you after this little presentation here, you can't do on social media. It only works with email marketing. All right, so you're going to write 7 emails, plug them into the software, and as soon as somebody signs up for your email list, it literally just goes out automatically, no matter what time of the day, no matter what day of the month, whether it's New Year's Day, whether it's Christmas, it doesn't matter. Every single fan that signs up will get the same emails. Okay, so fans will get to know you and your music. That's another benefit of why this is so important. All right, it's not just a case of sending an email just to give them updates. They will actually start to get to know you, and I'm going to go into deeper, and I'm going to show you some examples later on in the presentation. What you also allows you to do is it allows you to provide new updates whenever you have a new release. So say, for example, you've got a new release happening on Friday. Today is Sunday, and you've got a new release happening on Friday. You can send maybe you've got a list of 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. You can just send one email to say, guys, I have a new track coming out today. I'd really like your support in this. I'd really appreciate if you either stream it or you purchase it from Bandcamp, wherever you're going to send them to, Apple Music, SoundCloud, wherever. You can send an email to whoever you've got on your email list. You can just do what we call an email blast, and all of them will get the same email with you asking them to stream and download. What happens then is you get a lot more momentum when you start launching something, because most of you at the moment, what you're doing is you're producing your music, which you should do, and I commemorate that for you. You're producing your music, but what happens is you've got a track coming out on Friday. You'll write a few social media posts saying, everybody, you're shouting at everybody, my music's coming out on Friday, and then Friday comes along and it's crickets. Or you might get a few musicians that you talk to normally that kind of retweet it and comment and say, oh, great, yeah, fantastic, it's coming out. But your fans don't know about it, because what it is, you assume that because you're on social media and you post something that everybody in the world's going to see it. It's not the case. People go on social media at different times. And the fact of the matter is they follow hundreds and thousands of people on social media. They might not even see that post that you put up on social media. But if you send them an email, I'm not saying everybody's going to see your email, but there's a greater chance of those people that held their hands up and said, I want to see and hear more of your stuff. There's a greater chance that they will actually see your email. All right. That's why it's so powerful. So at this point, guys, if you found value, I've obviously got a YouTube channel. There's my if I can ask you to subscribe and get my words out. If I can ask you to subscribe, if you're finding value of what I've given you so far, we also, as well, guys, we have a private Facebook group here as well. All right. So at the moment, it's saying it's got 423 people in there. It's probably a bit more than that now. It's probably about 450 people now, but we've got a great bunch of people in there. And if you're finding value in what I'm giving you so far, I would really appreciate it if you either joined the Facebook group there, which there's the link, and you can rewind this back if you're watching this again later on. Or if you want more videos, I think I already showed you at the beginning of the presentation, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And I generally upload 1 or 2 videos a week, and it's all about music marketing. It's nothing else. That's all the channel is dedicated to. So guys, if this is something that interests you, I'd ask you to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So what have we got next? Right, so I'm going to show you an example. Let's come out of this. Let me show you an example of a band that are doing this at the moment. They're called Bad Mary. I don't know if you've heard of them before. And I'm going to put this on full screen so you can see it. Okay, so Bad Mary are a punk band, and they're from New York. What I'm teaching you what to do now is exactly what they do, guys. Okay, so in their bio, they've got a link to their main website, and oh, look, they've got a link going somewhere else. Now, where does this go? If I click on this, it basically takes you to a landing page. Okay, now what are they saying in this landing page? It says sign up for exclusive, and I think they spelled that wrong. I don't know if they're meant to spell it wrong, but that's spelled wrong. Sign up for an exclusive free digital bundle only available to subscribers. Let me just put myself on the screen again. Right, now this page here is good. All right, so you got a picture of the band and they're asking for your email, first name and last name. I personally wouldn't ask for a last name. I think a first name and email is just fine. You don't need the last name. You're never really going to be calling somebody by their full name, so first name's fine. But anyway, look, the fact that they're doing it is absolutely fantastic, and this is why these guys are doing so well. If you look at their social channel, for example, on Twitter, they've got 65,000 followers and they get a ton of engagement on there. The reason why is they're combining social media with email marketing. That's why these guys are doing so well. Obviously, there's many other little tiny components along the line, but the two main things that they're doing with their band is they're doing social media marketing and they're doing email marketing. And this is why it works so well. And this is why me today, I'm taking you to that next level. What I'm showing you today, guys, I'm sure a lot of you just don't understand. I'm showing you stuff that most musicians, I'd say 99%, don't do. Bad Mary are probably in the 1% of musicians that actually do this, all right, and do this properly. I'm not suggesting that bands and artists aren't collecting names and emails, but what they're not doing is they're not automating. I'm going to show you how powerful it is and what they do. All right, so they've got a landing page here. If I go to my own account, I'll show you I'm doing exactly the same thing. This is my Twitter account here. I've got 3 links there. So I've got a link to my website, I've got a link to my Facebook group, and I've also got a link here to my free Twitter course, all right? And I'm doing exactly the same as what I'm teaching you. I'm doing exactly the same as what I'm showing you that Bad Mary are doing. So if I go to my landing page here, let me tell you why this is so powerful. Let me just take a drink first because I'm running up, getting dry. Let me show you why this is so powerful, right? This landing page here is actually more effective than Bad Mary's landing page. Let me show you why. My landing page has a video on it. It's got a title on there, which is 5 Days of Awesomeness. It's a free Twitter course. It runs over 5 days. I deliver it automatically. So whether you sign up today, whether you sign up tomorrow, whether you sign up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, it will be sent out automatically. And that's why it's so powerful. The reason why it's a lot better than Bad Mary's one is because there's a lot of distraction going on here. There's a lot of things I can click on, right? Whereas if your sole purpose is to collect somebody's name and email address, the only thing they can do is play that video. Once they hear me speaking and telling them to sign up to my email list, the only thing they can do is put their name and email address in there. And that's why it looks like a simple page on the, when you first look at it, but that's why this is so powerful, is because there's only 2 things you can do. 3 things actually. You can watch the video, put your name in there, your email address in there, and then click join the party. All right, that's all you can do. And then what happens is, as soon as you sign up, I automatically send you emails every day teaching you how to market your music on Twitter and your band and your brand. Right, simple as that. That's why it's so effective. So let's go back to the presentation. Right, so let me just make this a bit larger, and I'm going to take myself off the screen again. Right, so when you sign up for Bad Mary's email list, this is what you get, guys. Hi Des, thanks for joining Bad Mary email list. As promised, here is a link to your exclusive content. You see how they've bolded, not bolded, they're putting in capital letters, exclusive content, only available to email subscribers. Now look, you feel free to actually mimic this if you like, because it's really good language. But this is what you're doing is, as soon as they sign up, what Bad Mary are doing is they're separating their followers from their fans. They're telling me it's exclusive and it's only available to email subscribers. So what they can do, as soon as you get that email, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to click on here where it says click here. And what that does, it takes you as a fan down to what we call a landing page or a download page. So as soon as, let me go back to it, as soon as you press click here, that link will take you to a page which is basically a Dropbox page. All right, I don't know if you've heard about Dropbox. So what they're doing is they're delivering this by automation. No matter when you sign up, whether it's morning, evening, night, 1st of January, Christmas Day, it doesn't matter. You will get access to this content. And so what are they actually giving you? Let me just put myself back on the screen. What are they actually giving you? They're giving you 2 MP3 files. Okay, exclusive for the email subscribers. So automatically you feel, you know, privileged that you're actually receiving this. And they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 JPEGs of images. All right. But what's special about these are images of the band, and there's also images of, looks like some of their lyric sheets as well. But what is even more powerful, and this is kind of like the icing on the cake. And if you can do this, what I'm showing you here and what Bad Mary are doing, this is going to separate you, make you a lot more special, separate you from the other musicians out there, because there aren't many musicians doing this. Like I said to you earlier, I'd say there's probably 1%, if I'm being really generous. There's only 1% of musicians doing exactly what I'm showing you that Bad Mary are doing, right? Getting somebody on the email list and then giving them something of value. There are pretty much 1% only doing this. 99% of the other guys aren't doing this. So if you're interested in this, take notes, watch this video again. It's going to be on replay. What I'm teaching you here, very few people do. And I'm going to show you why this is so powerful. All right. So why is this so powerful? Why, if Bad Mary are giving me 2 MP3s, these images, they're obviously lyric sheets. And then the last one here, I don't know if you can see that here, that's a little video. That's an MP4 video or M4V video. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But why is this so powerful? Why does it work so well? There's something called the law of reciprocity. All right. I don't want to go into too much detail. It's quite a big topic. But what happens is when someone does something nice for you, okay, when someone does something nice for you, you have a deep-rooted psychological urge to do something nice in return. All right. So when Bad Mary got you onto that list and they gave you 3 MP3s, which are obviously specifically for subscribers, they gave you those images of the band, and there's a little video which I'm going to play in a minute. When they gave you this, you're basically engaged in something called the law of reciprocity. And basically what that means is when somebody does something nice for you, all right, this is human nature, and this happens no matter what you do, no matter who you talk to, no matter what genre of music you're in, no matter what category. When somebody does something nice for you as a person, as a human being, you will have a deep-rooted psychological urge to do something for them in return. And what that happens is, as soon as you go onto the email list and they give you that information, you want to give them something back, and that's normally your attention. Look, guys, let me show you how powerful this is. What I'm showing you here, you can't do on social media. It's impossible to do on social media. You might maybe like or retweet something for somebody, or you might like one of their posts on Instagram. But what I'm showing you here, this law of reciprocity that I'm showing you here, can only be done via email marketing. It can't be done any other way. And that's why it's so powerful. So the moment this lands in your email box and you've got these free MP3s, or free as in free MP3s, you get the images and you've got this little video here, it's the icing on the cake, and that's why they love it so much. So what have we got today? So a bit late today, Cal. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate you. I think you've probably been on every live stream I've done. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Cal. And Chef Boydu, I can't pronounce that, but let's go. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, guys, let's come out of this presentation very quickly. I'm going to show you the video, which is this video here. I'm going to show you it on my screen if I can. Where is it? Right. So what happens is, guys, as soon as you get this video, you can download these MP3s, download these images, and look, there's something here which is the last image, which is an M4V, which is basically like an MP4 video. The beauty about this, and this is what I was talking to you, this is what I was talking about earlier. What this allows you to do is it allows you to build a deep relationship with your fan. So let me just play this track, or let me just play this video.
Merry Maniacs. This is Mike and Amanda here today in our little basement that we sometimes hang out in. And thank you for signing up for our mailing list. It's pretty cool. We're actually going to give you a little bit of a treat today. We're going to give you an acoustic version. This is something we don't do all that frequently. First of all, we don't typically do acoustic anything.
No,
this is like a first, and this is a song we don't even play live that often. But we hope you like it, and maybe if you like it that much, maybe we will go and record an acoustic version of it. So this is off of Because of the World, right? Yeah. So this is a slow song, a quiet song that we're gonna.
So guys, it's buffering just there. So let me just bring myself back on screen. Right. So let me just show you what happened here. Let's quickly go back to my presentation very quickly. Let me show you what happened. So the first thing is they signed up for the email list. All right. As soon as your fan signs up for your email list, they click this button here and they can download these MP3s, all right, and download the images. But then there's another video where they're introducing themselves, and this is something you can't do on social media. They're introducing themselves, and there's no reason why you can't mimic what Bad Mary are doing. You obviously see that they're quite successful, and this is why I'm saying to you, very few people do this, because they don't know how to do it. As musicians, you find it very hard to know how to market yourselves, and unless somebody like me shows you behind the scenes of what successful bands do, you just won't have a clue of how it works and how it happens. And look, you can use ConvertKit, you can use Aweber, you can use whatever email automation software you want. But what I'm showing you here, the content that I'm showing you here is gold. It shows you why it's so powerful, because it's the law of reciprocity. When somebody does something nice for you, you want to do something nice for them. Okay, so after you've done that, let me just go back to the presentation. Okay, so come out of that. Right, so the second email, and we're going to send 7 over 2 weeks, all right? The second email, let me just quickly grab my notes, is basically allowing you to actually send them an email that what you're trying to do with this email sequence is you're trying to get your fan to get to know you on a deeper level. It's very hard for them to get to know you on social media, but these emails that are coming through, and you can choose how you want to do it. You don't have to do exactly how Bad Mary are doing it, but what I'm saying to you, it shows you exactly. I've got myself on screen, as I have. Right, it allows you to, excuse me, it allows you to know who these guys are. So you got Amanda Mack on lead vocals. You've got Bill Mack, which is her dad. Again, how would you know that unless they actually told you? Unless they do a lot of live streaming, unless they do a lot of videos on social media, I would never know that Bill Mack is Amanda's dad, right? For example, I wouldn't know that Amanda's favorite bands are the Police, the Shins, and Green Day. I wouldn't know that Bill likes Vanilla Fudge. Now, these things might seem not that important to you, but as a fan, I want to know these things. I'm going to find this really, really interesting. This email, so the first email, let's go back to that first email. This first email is basically delivering content to your fans, all right? This is the first email that goes out automatically via automation. These guys probably did this about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's still going out automated every single day. Every time somebody signs up, when your fan signs up, they're going to get the exact same email. They're going to click the exact same link, and they're going to get the exact same download page, which is basically the MP3s, the images, and this little MP4 video where they're basically just showing you their personality. The second email is them going that little bit further and showing you their personalities, all right? Again, it's so hard to do this on social media. And in fact, I actually think it's impossible to do unless you've got a fan that always follows you and does everything that you, is basically on every social media that you're on. It's very hard to build up this level of trust. So this is email 2, but this goes out on the 3rd day. So you don't send it out every day. What you're doing is you're sending 7 emails out over a period of 2 weeks. All right. And the reason why we do that is we want a little bit of space for them just to, get to know you a little bit more, and you're not kind of like bombarding them with emails. All right. So the purpose for this email is for them to get to know you. Now, the third email is really, really interesting. And this, again, is not something you can do on social media. And this is why I'm showing you the automation. This email here, it says, a question we get asked a lot is, how did Bad Mary get together? Well, it started back in 2009. So what these guys are doing, guys, is they're taking you on a journey. So they're taking you back from where they very first started, taking you up to present day. So they're allowing their fans to actually first get to know them, show them their personality, All right, that's what they've done in 2 emails. And on this 3rd email, they're going even deeper. They're telling you how it all started. This is something, again, information, unless you go onto their website, you look into their bio, and you start reading stuff, you're just not going to know. And this is what I'm suggesting that you do. That what I'm showing you that Bad Mary are doing, there's no reason why you guys can't do exactly the same. This is not rocket science that I'm showing you here. It's rocket science to a lot of musicians that don't know how to do it. But now that you know, there's no reason why you can't put the same sort of automation in place for you and your music and your music business. All right. So what I'm showing you is 99% musicians, what I'm showing you here, do not do this. This is so powerful. And it goes back, like I said to you before, that law of reciprocity. Once you've given a fan something for free, they feel obliged then to start opening your emails, especially when they like your music. They're going to want to open your emails. They're going to want to find out about you. This email is this is email 3, but it comes out on day 5. So you send the first email on day 1, giving them the content that they wanted, with the little introductory video. On day 3, you're basically just telling them about you. And if it's a band, you can list exactly how Bad Mary are done. You can list the band members with the images, and you can go, even if you want to, you can go into more detail. These guys are just telling you where they're from, their favorite bands and their favorite snacks. If you want to go even further to talk about, favorite film or movie, what you can do. It's up to you. These guys have just chosen just to keep it at 3 things, 3 topics, but you can go even further if you want to. But by now, by that 3rd email, I know I've got a lot of respect for Bad Mary. I love their music. I know pretty much their background of what they like. And by this 3rd email, they've taken me on the journey of taking me back to how things originally were with them. And they've taken me to present day. So they've taken me on this journey, and it's only taken 3 emails to do that. That's why this is so powerful, guys. Right. So I'm going to give you the PDF, or not give you, I'm going to send you the PDF version if you want to sign up. I'm not going to go through all of Bad Mary's emails as much as I would like to. This is not a Bad Mary email sort of presentation. This is basically just getting you started. This is just giving you the basics of what you guys need to do. So on day 1, which is email 1, you basically deliver the contents. You're trying to build up this law of what we call reciprocity. Let me put this on full screen as well. On day 2, what you're doing, guys, is you're basically telling them who you are, who you guys are if you're a band, and this basically just builds trust here. All right. On day 5, which is email 3, they get to know you on a deeper level. This is when you tell them your story, how you got started, when you started, when you started building your studio, when you started in your bedroom, whatever it is, whatever your story is, you need to tell them that story. Because what you're doing in these 3 emails, I'm telling you now, this email 3, let's go back to email 3. This email 3 is going to take most bands, most artists, about 6 months to get this level of trust, this level of respectability with their fans. It's going to take them about 6 months if you just do it on social media. And that's if you're lucky, all right? But if you get somebody signed up onto an email list, you can take them through this whole series of delivering content, having the law of reciprocity, telling them a little bit about yourself, getting really personal, and then taking them on the journey, taking them on your music journey. At this point, like I said, for most musicians, it's going to take a long time for them to do this. For you, it's going to take you 3 emails and 5 days. That's literally it. So day 4, what you want to start doing on day 4, what you want to start doing on day 7, let me just put myself back on the screen here. On day 7, this is email 4. What you want to then start doing is introducing them to your music. And whether you're on SoundCloud, whether you're on Apple Music, whether you're on Spotify, wherever you have your music, Bandcamp, for example, on day 7, email 4, you've built up enough trust now that they want to hear more of your music. And if they haven't gone looking for it anyway, because you've already built up a lot of trust, if they haven't gone looking for it, in email 4, day 7, you can basically just send them an email with the links of Spotify, Apple Music, etc. These guys at the moment and now know who you are. They love your personality. You've shown them a little video of you practicing and stuff and introducing yourself. By day 7, email 4, they're going to love you and they're going to want to hear more of your music. On day 9, again, 2 days afterwards, this is when you can start talking about your personal experiences. Why did you get started in music? Did you have a break and you've come back to it? I can't remember which band it was, but one of the bands earlier in the week they've got their studio flooded. So you can talk about that sort of stuff. You know, all the things that are bad happened in your life. You can start talking about that sort of stuff. You can't do that on social media, and if you do, it's not as effective because these guys are flitting in and out of social media. One day they're on it, the next day, it might be 5 days later, they're back on it, and it's quite lucky if they see one of your tweets or your posts again. Now, what we'll say is on day 11 and day 13, it's really up to you what you want to write. I'll leave that up to you. I mean, me personally, and what I advise a lot of musicians that have come to me in the past is I basically just get them to ask for feedback on their music. And this is just that level of trust. It's just building trust and building a deeper relationship with your fans if you can do this, all right? And you're basically just introducing them to your music on day 13. So again, you introduce them to your music on email 4. On email 7, you can do exactly the same again, just in case they didn't get the message the first time. At this point, guys, if you're getting good value from what I'm doing so far, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said to you earlier on before, I upload music marketing videos every single week. It might be 1, it might be 2, but it's always music marketing. So if that's something of interest to you, the link is on the screen. And also, there's the Facebook group, sorry, trying to get my words out. I've got a private Facebook group. If that's something of interest to you, that's the link on the screen there. So I'd really appreciate it if you did that. So what else was I going to show you? Yeah, so I built this today. This is the link that I'm going to put into social media. So this is the free one-page webpage email automation checklist. This is the checklist here. So if you in the description of wherever you're watching this, I built this in ConvertKit within 10 minutes. First name, email address. I built this in 10 minutes. Click the preview here. This is what it looks like. If you click on the link, this is exactly what you're going to see. And I've set this up automation wise. If you actually fill in your name and email address, I will send you the notes of this particular video and the last one I did last week. All the actual video, all the notes are just there. So that's the link to the first video. There's some notes on how to set up your landing page. I'm not going to go into that landing page this week because I showed you last week. If you want to know about that, how to set up a landing page and collect emails, look at that other video that I showed you last week. And then I've got a link to the video here, this presentation that I'm doing again, and with some examples here. Now, look, what I'm telling you to do is nothing that I'm not doing myself. If I go to my own page, you can see my own bio. When I click on the link there, it takes you to a landing page, and I'm using ConvertKit on my own one. And Bad Mary's, again, if you don't believe me, go to Bad Mary's account, click on that link just there, and it takes you to their landing page as well, where they're collecting names and email addresses. So I hope, I think I've probably missed a few bits out there. What else have I got to tell you? Yeah, so if you just want the landing page, and you want to start sending emails, because you don't have to have automation if you don't want to. If you just want to set up a landing page like I have done here, and like I've done here, if you just want to set that up and start collecting names and email addresses, it's completely and totally free when you do it with ConvertKit. You can add up to 1,000 subscribers. You've got unlimited landing pages, unlimited forms, and it's got on here send email broadcasts. That is basically just sending emails. So if you've got a track coming out on Friday, you can literally just fire off an email to 1,000 people if you want to, and that will send them an email. What I will say is, though, and it's the same with every email client, if you want to automate the process like I showed you earlier in the presentation, if you want to automate it, you will need to go for the paid plan. So I'm just being transparent there. If you go for the paid plan and you use my link to actually sign up for ConvertKit, being transparent, they will pay me a commission as well. It's not a large commission, and you don't have to pay any more. It's just, it allows me to do this on a Sunday night like I'm doing for you now, and it allows me to obviously provide value for you guys. Like I said, they just pay me a small commission. But if you, oh yeah, that's one thing I was also going to say as well, guys. If you wanted to, you can try it out for $29. There's a free trial. You can try it out, and if you do actually manage to start to build an email, say for example you build up 100 people that come onto your email list. Say for example you go through hard times, and we all go through hard times at the moment, and you just can't afford it. What you can do is you can actually extract the emails from ConvertKit, and you can download it in what we call a CSV file, which is basically just like a spreadsheet, and it'll have all the emails in it. So if you started doing the automation, and for some reason you just couldn't afford it anymore. We all run into trouble. We all run into problems. It's you know, it's part of life. If you did go for this and you didn't manage to keep paying for it, if you know that you're going to struggle to pay for it, what you can do, like I said, if you've already built up an email list, you can actually extract them. Guys, what I would say is, and I was speaking to We Are Legion yesterday, I did an interview with him. His first, let me see if I can find his details. I'm going off track here, but We Are Legion. So I did an interview, and that's coming out later this week. He said to me that his first Twitter account, let me just put this on full screen. His first Twitter account that he had last year, which he started, basically got blocked, and he had to start this new channel again. So the reason why I'm showing you this, and the reason why it's so important is, it doesn't matter what you do, you always need to be building a fan base away from the social media networks, because you never know when your account's going to get blocked. And just because you've got 16,800 followers, if your account gets blocked, you lose those guys forever. You've got no backup. You don't know who are following you. You've got to start all over again. And I'm sure you've seen those Twitter accounts where people have said, this is a new Twitter account, this is a new Facebook account, they blocked me. That is why it is so important to build an email list away from the social media platforms. Now, look, guys, you don't have to go for the pay plan. You can just go for the free plan and just try it out. I built that page in 5 minutes. I built that one in 10 minutes. And then as soon as you sign up, you see this page here. You go back to your email, and where are we? I send you that PDF. What I'm trying to show you today in building up an email list is exactly the same thing I do, and it's exactly the same way that Bad Mary built their list and why they get so much engagement. As soon as they've got a track coming out, when they were gigging or when they have a live stream coming out, that's exactly what they do. Is they go to the email list, tell these guys that they've got a track coming out, and they literally just send an email to thousands of people. So when their track comes out, or when the new music video comes out, or they know they're gigging, it sends out to all those thousands of people that already held up their hands and said, guys, I am actually interested in your music. I love what you do. They build up so much more momentum that they separate themselves from the crowd. If you're a musician and you haven't started building up an email list yet, the only thing you can do is send out a tweet, send out a post, and then kind of hope and pray that people stream it. At least this way, and the way I'm showing you, and again, not many people are doing this. What I'm showing you today is exactly why they're doing so well, and why you would do so well if you start doing this now. And I'm not suggesting that you have to go for the pay plan. You don't. If you just want to try it out, just try it. It's free. It allows you 1,000 subscribers. You can set up the landing pages. In fact, shall I show you I didn't show you the landing pages, did I? Just bear with me, guys. Yeah, so that's the template that I used. So this page here that I did in 5 minutes is literally just this template. And all I did is I changed that here, the title here. I changed this here. I added first name. I'll just pull these together. Make some large. I basically put first name in there because there's no first name on there, and I added that. I changed this download button to green. Again, it was a pink one here, and I literally just got this image from Unsplash. You'd personally have your own, probably have your own image there of your band or you as an artist. I set that up quite easily. All I did, I went to the software, went into landing page, and then I basically chose a template. So I just click on preview. I wasn't actually planning on doing this now, but I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'll just show you through some of the templates that you can have very quickly. So these are the templates here, and there's quite a few to choose from. And I think in the last presentation that I did last week, I actually showed this one. This is the one that I use, and I recommended people to use. And I think, let me see if I can find Grizzly's. This is a guy that's actually in the forum at the moment. He's doing the same thing. So he's got a link to his website here. It looks like Song Whip or something. And then here's his page that he's using the same thing. First name, email address. Please subscribe.
What's good, people? Thank you for clicking that link and subscribing. Thank you for joining my journey. Look out for those emails coming through to you when there's new releases and updates. I appreciate you all. Follow my journey. Good.
Okay, so that's Grizzy, just showing you very, very quickly there. And again, that template that he's using there is, see if I can find it now. Sorry, guys, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so that template that he's using there, just quickly go back to that template there that he's using. All he did is he basically changed the video, uploaded an image of himself, changed the actual the title, the description, put the first name in there, changed that to blue. That template there that he's using is actually this template here, and it's really easy for you to actually do. I mean, actually, I'll quickly show you guys, because I didn't really want to go into this because I showed you all this last week, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of you going, oh, I don't really know how to do it. So listen, this is basically what you get with the template. You literally can move this up here. This color here you can change. So if you've got brand colors, you can basically put your brand colors in there. You can change the color of the button, so you can have it green like mine. If you wanted to change the wording on here, if I can I change it? Yeah, so you literally just type on there basically. And then also what you can do is you can change the content that's here as well. And then save and publish. And then if you want to basically preview that, you can do. That's what it looks like. That's what your fan will see. And then if you want a link, because on that landing page, it gives you like a URL. ConvertKit gives you a URL. So you don't actually have to have your own website. You can literally use this link that they give you. And this is the one that I've done here that you'll see. If you want that free page that I gave you, I showed you earlier, if you want the notes to this presentation, the one from last week, this is the one that I built 5 or 10, it took me 5 or 10 minutes to do. So as soon as you do that, you'll see the whole thing in operation. So what I'm showing you today is nothing that I'm not doing myself. So guys, that's it. I think that's the presentation there. I don't think there is anything else. So with that, I'm going to start taking some questions. Just bear with me. Some questions. Again, I'm just going to summarize. So this here is how it happens. So you get somebody on an email list. These people are nice and happy. These are happy fans. It works 24/7, 7 days a week. Okay. That's the link there if you want to use that. If you use that link and you go for the paid version, then I basically get a small commission. That's it, guys. So have we got any questions? So Nunny Boy, evening. Nice to see you again. I know you joined last week as well. Thank you very much for that. Cal, this is valuable info. Definitely saving this video to my marketing playlist. Thank you very much. And guys, I really do hope you're finding value here. Thank you very much for coming. Naya, I love this. Excellent advice. Thank you so much. And don't forget, guys, what I'm doing here is going to be replayed. So it's going to be replayed on Periscope, replayed on my Facebook page, and it's also going to be YouTube video as well. As soon as I click stop or end broadcast, it'll be on YouTube. So if you want to watch this again and follow through or download the free PDF, just sign up in the description. I'll leave the link in the description, and you can do. So Jim, nice to see you again. Got a late start, but still great info. No problem, Jim. Don't forget, it's going to be all recorded, so no problem at all. Right, question from Naya. Can you add ConvertKit on your own website? Yes, you can. Right, so just give me 1 second, Naya. Give me 1 second. So I'm just trying to find the right page now. Just bear me 1 minute. Right, where was it? Just bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to find where it was. This is Twitter, isn't it? So it's not going to be on Twitter. It's actually going to be on that page. Just bear with me. Sorry about this. Right, okay. So let me just go back. If you wanted to do a form instead, you can actually put a form like this. This is my website here. Unfortunately, I haven't finished it because I just haven't had the time. But if you've already got a website, you don't need to go for the landing page. You don't need to do one of these if you don't want to. What you can do, guys, if you want to try ConvertKit or any other email automation software, you can literally just put a form. If you already have a website, you can actually do that with this software. And as you can see, I've done it on mine. This isn't a ConvertKit page. This is my web page here. But as soon as you press on Let's Go, takes you down to the bottom here, and there's the email. And again, if somebody wants to get more updates from me, that's all they do is just put in their name, email address in there, click on Let's Go, and they join my email list. So yeah, if that's the question, Naya, you can do. You don't have to build a one-page website. You can literally just build a form like this, whether you're asking for name and email, or just email, and you can actually embed it within your own website. You don't need to build a separate one. So hopefully that's answered your question. Okay, so Billy Bob, great advice. I'm going to do this. Fantastic, Billy Bob. Appreciate that. I'm sure that's not your right name, or yeah, I'm sure that's not your name. But thank you very much, Billy. Appreciate that. Cal, is pre-release marketing essential with an artist with low following, or just send out emails on day of release? Now, listen, Cal, this is a really, really good question. This is where email marketing works so well. Whenever you're going to do a launch, you always need to do it weeks beforehand, because what you're doing is whenever you're launching music, whenever you're launching anything, you want to build up. So let me just change this. You want to build up. You want to build up momentum. You want to build up anticipation in what you're doing. All right. So you can start doing this as soon as somebody signs up your email list. They're basically going to get that automation that I showed you if you set it up like I've just showed you. But there's nothing stopping you from emailing them separately from the automation. So if, say, for example, today or you've got a track coming out in 4 weeks, you can then start telling people about it. You can start emailing, telling them when you're going to the studio, telling them when you're writing, telling them when you're mixing, when you're mastering, whatever you want to tell them. These are guys, don't forget, these are guys are different from your followers. These are guys that actually held their hand up and said, Cal, I am actually interested in your music. Please send me more information. And that's what you do. And what I showed you earlier with, let's go back to that. You can do exactly the same what Bad Mary has done. Click on here. It takes you to a download page, and you can download MP3s. Cal, there's no reason why you can't do exactly the same things what Bad Mary are doing. All right, they're giving away two MP3s. You can give away 3, you can give away 4. It's completely up to you. They're giving away images. You don't have to give images. They're giving away a lyric sheet. You don't have to give away a lyric sheet. One thing I will say though, and what's really important, I think is a really nice little touch that they've done, is, and this is what I'd recommend that you do, Cal, is definitely give away free MP3s, whether it's existing tracks or stuff that hasn't been published before. Give them exclusive content, but do that video that I showed you earlier with Bad Mary, with them saying, thank you for signing up. We're going to play you a track. Doing that sort of stuff really gets you on a deeper level that you can't get on social media. And that's why it's so powerful. All right. So hopefully that's answered your question, Cal. Clash of the Tungsten evening. Yep, nice to see you. This is one of my colleagues. Thanks for joining the conversation, Ross. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying it. And Cal, you got another question. What's the benefit in using your own website subdomain for ConvertKit rather than right? Okay, so it's all to do with branding, to be honest with you, Cal. There's no reason. Let me just put myself on screen a little bit more. There's no reason why you have to use the landing page that I showed you earlier. You can use whatever you want. There's the reason why I showed you the landing page is that a lot of musicians aren't that technical, and the software allows you to actually build the landing page very quickly, and it gives you a URL. So if you're not that technical, it allows you to get something up very quickly and start promoting it like I do and like Bad Mary do. But if you can either do it yourself, build your own website, or you can get somebody to build a website, there's no reason why you can't have your own domain or subdomain like Bad Mary do, because that's what they've done. Let me just come out of this. That's what they've done here. Is, I can find there. This is basically a subdomain. This is what Carol is talking about, everyone. So they've got their main website here, guys. And then what they've done is on it's probably a folder within their website. They've set up another page that is just designed to collect names and email addresses. All right, and that's all they've done. So if you go to their main website here, this is what their main website looks like. So if you go to their main website, you've got a video here, you've got an image, you've got all the content here. You can go into the main list. You can find out when they're gigging next. You can go to about page, go to press. But the link that they send you to from Twitter and their social media, this link here takes you to a separate page, which is part of their website, but it is what we call a subdomain. It's a separate page. That's the only thing that's there, and the only reason why that's set up there is to actually collect name and email addresses, and it's not for any other purpose. The reason why the one-page website works better is there's no distraction. So as soon as I send somebody, take that down. So as soon as I send somebody to my free Twitter course, for example, which is shown in my bio, there's only 3 things that they can do. They can either play this video. Thanks for clicking the link in my bio. All you need to do is put your name and your email address. Okay, the only thing they can do is play that video and then put in their name and email address on here. There isn't anything else they can do. With the Bad Mary one, there's a lot of distraction going on here. And I'm not saying that this is bad. This is still good, but there's a lot of distraction. And I might arrive at this page that Bad Mary have just sent me to, and I might get distracted. I might say, oh, what's this here? Gigs about, oh, that sounds interesting. Let me just click into that. As soon as I click into this, I'm gone away from the actual email form. Now, they've got to try really hard now to actually get me to go back to that email form. Do you understand what I mean, Cal? So what you can have your own website, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you can embed the form like I have on my own website. But the beauty about having a separate landing page is there's no other distraction. There's no other links they can click other than the video and the actual name and email address. So hopefully, Cal, that's actually answered your question. Let's go back to my other page. So guys, the software I'm using is called ConvertKit. If you like what you're seeing so far, I'd really ask if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's the link just there. I upload once or twice a week, and it's all music marketing stuff. Okay, I don't upload anything that's not to do with music marketing. It's all helping you guys. All I'd ask is your support and just subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build up to at least 1,000 and then grow from there. That's kind of my goal, my target. So if you could do that for me, that'd be fantastic. And don't forget as well, the link is in my Twitter bio. I've got a free Facebook group. I've got about it says 423, but I've got about 450 people there at the moment. I post a lot of content in there first. I post a lot of content that I don't post on social media. So if that's of interest to you, there's a link just there as well, guys. And again, if you're interested in ConvertKit, they pay me a small commission if you go to the pay plan, just being transparent with you. But if you just want to sign up for free and try the landing page and send emails, it's totally free to do. You don't need to go on the pay plan. So I'm just letting you know this. The only reason why I'm showing you ConvertKit is it's because it's what I personally use. I've just shown you that I use it. That's the only reason why I recommend it, because I think it's a fantastic bit of software, especially even if you just use the free side of it, it's still fantastic. The fact that you can choose the different templates for the landing pages is absolutely fantastic. So that's the only reason why I'm recommending it to you, is because it's something I actually physically use myself. So hopefully that's answered your question. So guys, nearly an hour. It is absolutely totally flown. Don't forget as well, guys, I'm going to be doing this every Sunday at the same time. So if you want to tune in, I haven't actually worked out what I'm going to talk about next Sunday, but I'll probably work that out next week. Well, I say next week, probably Monday or Tuesday. I'll let you guys know what the next presentation is going to be. It's going to be probably something different. Again, don't forget as well, if I can go forward or back. No, not there. Don't forget the first video. Let's go back through my presentation. The first video is there. That's the first one. This is part 2, what you're seeing now. The very first video is on YouTube, and it's called a free one-page website. Or if you go through my Twitter stream, you probably see that I've been promoting it as well. That's the first video. This is the second one. So if what I'm telling you and what I'm talking about now is a little confusing and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I recommend that you watch that first video first and then come back to this one, because this one's being recorded. So it's on Periscope. It's going to be on my Facebook page, and it's also going to be on YouTube as well. But If you want to watch the first video, which is how I show you to actually build a landing page and the importance of doing that, watch that first video first. That's what I did last week. This is actually the second video. So the first video is on the landing page. This video is on email automation. This is kind of like the next step, the next level of things. And if you've just joined the stream, I'll just go into why I said that it's really important. Let's go through this presentation. Sorry, guys. That's the software that you use. I'll just show you why it's important, why it's so powerful. Basically, what ConvertKit is, and it's not the only one, but it's one of them. It's one of the I use, is email automation software. You basically get your fans, you separate them, your fans from your followers. That's why it's so powerful. That's the first thing. At the moment, you guys have got loads of followers and you have no idea who your fans are. This is separating them, and it allows you to speak to them directly. And the best thing about it is it's working 24/7, 365 days of the year. So what happens, guys, when you come to my Twitter page, go back to my profile. When you go to my Twitter page, those links here are working 24/7. I'm going to bed in a couple of hours. If you click on that link now, you're going to sign up to my email list. You're going to go through all the email sequences, what I'm showing you today. And it works 24/7. You guys just set it up once and you don't have to do anything again. The only work that you have to do is you have to set up the emails that go out in sequence. So I think I told you it goes out over 2 weeks. You do what we call a welcome series. And as soon as somebody signs up, if you sign up now, you will go through that welcome series, or my own little mini welcome series. But as musicians, you want to do about 7 emails, which goes out every other day for 2 weeks. And it allows you to build a relationship with your fan. It allows you to build a deeper connection with your fan. That's why it's so important. So Cal basically says, Martin goes deep. Yep, with a smiley face. Is there any more questions at all, guys, before I end the stream? Any more questions? Again, if you're interested, I'm going to keep saying it because I'm trying to promote it. If you're interested in the content I'm showing you now, check out the YouTube subscription just here. We've got a Facebook group. That's the link there if you're interested. So YouTube's there, Facebook group's there. And if you want to sign up for the software, let's go through this presentation. Sorry about this. 1 minute. That's the software just there. It's called ConvertKit. It's free to sign up. You can start setting up your landing pages. You can even start sending out emails. You don't have to go through the automation, what I'm showing you tonight. If you just want to collect names and email addresses and just email people, you can do it. And it's totally free. You get the landing pages free. You can send out as many emails as you want completely free. It's only a paid plan when you start automating it. All right. So I would personally try it out for yourselves, see what you think. If it's not for you, you can cancel it. There's no, nobody's holding you to it at all. So hopefully you found value. Is there any more questions at all before I sign off? Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream. My name is Des from the Music Marketing Academy. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're looking to market either you, your band, or your brand in this fast-growing music industry, you've come to the right place, the Music Marketing Academy. If what I'm showing you is something of interest, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, obviously on YouTube, which you'll probably see me now, most of you. I'll leave the link, so just there. That's for ConvertKit. The link is just there if you're interested. I'll put a link in the description as well if you're interested. Try it out. It's totally free to try. You're under no obligation to try it out. You're under no obligation to stay if it's not for you. You don't have to go for this. It's just something that I use. All right, guys. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks for those that actually came on the live stream. It is going to be recorded. And again, if you're interested in the cheat sheet that I talked about earlier, this cheat sheet, the PDF, I'm only going to give that away if you sign up. I normally send it via DM, but this time round, I've done enough. At the moment, I've given a lot away via personal DM. If you want this PDF, which is basically the notes of the first video and this video here, if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description of the video. If you want it, you'll come to the page that I set up literally today. Put your name, your email address in there, and I will send you this sheet, this PDF sheet for free. All right, guys, but thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you coming along. I'm going to end this broadcast and I shall see you next week. Cheers, guys.